Yo, what's poppin' YouTube? Today on a very special episode of Trucks Only, we're gonna be helping C10 Mike out with his build. We're also gonna be showcasing a new product, the Hutch's Welding manual brake conversion system. I'll tell you a little bit about that, the ins and outs. We'll do a little rough install on it and kind of show you what it's all about. We'll kind of go through the with the process and tell you all about the product. So let's go see what these guys are up to. What's up, fam? We got Apache Brian here. We got C10 Mike himself, and we got, what was your name again, Larry?
Larry.
Larry, C10 Larry. So, as you can see, the boys have already started disassembling the factory components. We'll get all that stuff taken out, and then we'll go ahead and install the new brake system. All right, so basically started unboxing everything, kind of show you what we got going on. Obviously got the master cylinder here, a Wilwood brake master cylinder. It's got the proportioning valve. Start putting this girl together. It's a nice system. It kind of contains everything all in one. You always have your adjustable proportioning valve, and you got your brake switch and a nice bracket that'll actually attach along with the master cylinder.
So is that brake switch for low fluid?
It's your brake. It's actually your brake pedal.
Oh, it is your brake.
Yeah, so that's your brake pedal switch now. Yeah, so it's a pressure-based switch. So you hit the brake pedal, it senses pressure, it turns on your brake lights. So as you can see, Wilwood came up with a nice solution to kind of consolidate everything into one nice, neat little package. So basically what we got going on is manual brake conversion for any truck, hot rod, universal really, but primarily trucks, because you know, trucks only. So we're using all Wilwood components. These are the prototypes, so these are polished. C10 Mike was very excited to get these on his truck and going. These are going to be the final product, the black anodized. These are just getting into production right now. So for now, we're getting the raw versions just to get it on his truck and get it going. But again, we got the master cylinder. It comes with all new Wilwood brake pedal, and what we came up with was some billet pedals. That this came with Wilwood factory. It's cool. It works. One thing I didn't like is that now you don't match your gas pedal. So what we came up with is a nice full matching set, so you can have matching clutch, brake, and gas. And that's for the manual setup. For the automatics, we have a lot larger pad for your automatic setup. Wilwood started adding studs into their pedal, so you want to remove those. So real simple, just grab some vice grips and take these studs off. You could also double nut it, it's another technique, but these come off pretty easy. And one other thing you got to do is swap out this rod attachment. So real simple, just grab some very fancy, very high quality, not really Harbor Freight snap ring pliers. Oh, there you go, Yahtzee. So swap that out. Now to get it back in. So make sure you got the right one. Of course it goes on easy. All right, so just to kind of give you an idea how everything looks, this will go in front of the firewall, and it serves as a reinforcement bracket instead of just installing this right on your firewall and having the pedal push against some old flimsy sheet metal, or there might be some extra holes they'll need to be there. You have a nice firewall adapter plate that actually adapts the pedal to the master cylinder, but also serves as a nice firewall reinforcement. So this will go in front of the firewall, and then this will go behind it, and it'll thread into these super awesome, beautiful threads here.
That is in the other stuff. Yeah, the movie. Pizza. When he's like, say when.
I've been to Tombstone, but I never saw Tombstone.
Oh, okay.
I've been to Leadville.
Leadfootville?
That's where Doc Holliday died.
Oh.
So one thing that's that we came up with, not only are these billet pedals available to bolt right up to the Wilwood pedal, but they're adjustable. So let's say this has to be in a certain area, maybe to get around the column, and you want, you know, it to be a little bit to your left, to your right, you got big feet, whatever, you're able to kind of move it around, adjust it where you need it. But for now, we'll start in the middle. Monkey in the middle. All right, so just quick visually, kind of get an idea of what it's gonna look like, you know, in the engine bay and in the cabin. Now we're moving on to the clutch master cylinder. Same kind of concept with the firewall. We'll get this girl back here. When in doubt, cut it out.
This is gas system first. They may have picked between those two.
Yeah.
So there's your general idea of the kit, and roll call. So fortunately we were able to, looks like we might be able to reuse the factory location of the brake master, so that hole was already there. We kind of just roughly threw that in there. Everything's looking pretty good so far. Yeah, as you can see from the back side here, it looks like it'll fit pretty good. So we'll go ahead and kind of tighten that up. We'll get the clutch master in there-ish, and we'll see how that goes. So it looks like we might need to reuse this factory steering brake brace thingamajigger. Larry, tell us about it, man. You're the C10 guy.
Yeah, well this hoop,
Fords.
this hoop holds the steering column in, so you can't really eliminate this piece completely unless you fabricate something complicated to hold the steering column up. So we're probably gonna have to cut this and reuse it, with retaining the 3 mounting points that aren't going to be in the way of the new pedal.
So this was the brake master cylinder, the factory master cylinder.
Yeah, it would go in here, the master cylinder would bolt on the other side of the firewall using these studs.
And then the pedal went through here and hung down? Okay.
Yeah, and then the clutch hung off of that.
Okay, so we need to retain those bolts down there, the 4 bolts and this top bolt, so probably just cut.
Yeah, right? Probably cut somewhere around here.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Let's get the cutting. So we're locating the firewall adapter where we want it. Where's that level? Level that girl out. And we're gonna mark the holes. All right, so we located our plate and we went ahead and drilled our holes and made some all our clearances. Went ahead and started drilling the hole for the clutch master as well. And so we'll go ahead and bolt all that up. And then on the back side, we actually needed to make some clearance as well in order to get these to fit. So as you can see, it'll kind of go in like that. And then same thing over here. This will fit right up in that area. Hey, say hi, Michael.
Hi, Michael.
Now we're good. So now we're getting ready to install the brake pedal assembly. We have the plate that's mounted up and tightened down where we want it. We went ahead and drilled out our holes previously. Now we're gonna go ahead and install our pedal here. So you're gonna grab your countersinks and get that in there. There you go. All right, as you can see, we got the pedals in place. You can get a general idea of where it's gonna look like. We just gotta install the gas pedal and we're all set. All right, well, that completes our install for the manual brake conversion. Like we talked about, you got master cylinder, built-in proportioning valve, as well as a brake switch, firewall adapter brackets, and optional clutch master cylinder. Now this is a manual setup, which means it does not have a vacuum booster. And a lot of guys may ask, why don't I need it? Do I need it, etc. I designed this to work this way, mostly for space. When you notch the frame or kind of lay the frame out, the engine goes up. Mine being a Coyote has really big cylinder heads, so I actually did not have any room for a booster, and I needed to kind of move the brake pedal over anyway. So it actually really worked out, and that's kind of where this entire kit came about. And actually, if you notice, the factory one did not have a booster either. So as long as you use all the parts that are supposed to work with each other, like for example, Wilwood has designed their master cylinder to work with their pedal ratio, so everything works really good with each other. Especially if you use Wilwood calipers, it'll stop on a dime. Cleans up the engine bay, gives you a nice new modern setup. So you see we have our Billet pedal pads and we have our Wilwood pedals. Some modification required, but as you can see here, nothing too crazy. You know, we did it, you know, in Mike's home garage. So Brian that you guys saw earlier, Apache Brian, he does all the wiring for these guys around here. Obviously, what's next? We'll just get the brakes bled, get that all situated. You know, run the clutch line and all that. Well, I think that's it. That completes our install and our update with C10 Mike. If you have any questions about the kit, feel free to ask me. Or if you have any questions about the build, maybe drop some questions down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, get them sweet notifications. And again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Later, Mike.
See ya, thanks.
Peace.